Minute counts. It's Afro Economics Live. Thought I'd get us rolling just a few minutes early to tell you how much I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for being there. Please make sure you subscribe so you'll get all the alerts and notifications. We're talking about 10 ways to invest in yourself. This is one investment advisor who is excited about tonight's topic. Yeah, the best investment we can make is in ourselves, y'all. So true, so true, so true, so true. We're not really encouraged to do that, right? But it's about knowing that you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve to take the time, the resources, the effort to invest in yourself. Oh my goodness, right? Indeed. So 10, we're gonna do at least 10, but I have more. I got more. I got more than 10 ways to invest in yourself. Stuff that we can do today. Make sure you share this with your friends. Get everybody to participate tonight because I promise you, if you take advantage of what we're going to talk about, your life will never be the same again. Your life will never be the same again. This is about changing the way we view the world, changing our mindset, like setting things new, not worrying about anything except creating the life that you deserve. Indeed. How you doing, Cynthia Howard? Oh yes, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna put y'all up so when you chat again, I'll be able to see it on the front of the screen. Good evening, Queen Howard. How you doing? We got Snoopy D. Snoopy D. Oh, that's Snoopy D from Stone Mountain. I see you. We got Mike Rob. How you doing, sweetheart? Oh, I love it. And Queen Howard, good evening. Good evening. I like this though. I like kind of giving myself that 2 minutes that we can kind of get acquainted so that, everybody else that slides in at that 8 a.m., they know that Afro economics time is about being early. Being early. Yes, indeed. Greetings to you, Mr. One in Alabama. Thank you so much. We got our brothers supporting Afro economics tonight. I really appreciate you. I appreciate this. I hope that you will enjoy this discussion. Indeed. All of the links went to the YouTube. Wow. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for letting me know. So that's why I don't have y'all in the studio with me. So Snoopy D, you're gonna have to be doing some chats back because I can't. Obviously, I think actually, watch this, watch this, watch this. Oh yeah, let me get my technology going. I think that I can send it to you. I don't know. Look, let me see. I don't know. I don't maybe I can't. Oh I can. Here I go. Watch. Now it's in there. If you hit that link and you are camera ready, come on in with me. Definitely. That's our members link. And for some reason, there was some technical challenges. That's what happens when you get the boss to do it. I know that for sure, if I had taken the time to teach my webmaster, you know what I mean, how I do that. But look, no, I got it. I got it. That's what happens. How you doing, Stimmy? We miss you. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yeah, we got our new technology going and I'm glad that you fell right in, but click that link that I just sent and please feel free to come into the studio because I would love to, but you can chat it back as well. Get some feedback on these and I'm gonna put up also so you'll remember we're talking about investing in yourself. Investing in yourself because Afro economics is a strategic financial management program that's based on key how you doing, man, Rob? Thank you. It was based on 10 key principles. It's about a lifestyle. So and that's why you'll see, and I know the members know, I do most things in tens. I think we just need 10. The 10 is the core of Afro economics. We're based on 10 key principles. And a big part of creating that Afro economics lifestyle is investing in yourself. The ability to just take the time to become an active member is a key investment in yourself. And it's unfortunate that we have not been encouraged as a community that it's okay to invest in the inside of yourself, to invest in your mind and your spirit and your soul. Like we've been, encouraged to spend on a lot of things, but one of the most powerful things that we can spend our resources on is about our taking care of our mindset, clearing out some of the bad stuff that has been put into our mind. So, 10 ways to invest in yourself, learning to focus on what you want. Most people focus on what they don't want and put very little effort into building the financial life or life that you want and that you deserve. But I want to make sure that you realize that my subtitle would be that we are worthy. You are worthy. You are so completely worthy of all that life can offer you. I want to change your mind. I want to renew your way of thinking. I'm talking about myself as well. I want to renew and rebuild and refresh myself every day. I want to drop off every bit of negativity that tried to grab on me today, yesterday, and even tomorrow. I want to renew my way of thinking, you know? Because we have been taught historically to focus on what we don't want or what we don't have or what is missing from our life. Like we've been taught this survival mentality that is robbed up of knowing that we are overcomers. We're not victims. We are overcomers. We are still standing. We are still growing. We are still expanding. We are still contributing. We are contributing in a huge way to the success of this planet. And sometimes our experiences rob us of our focus on our dreams. We need to realize that there's no particular time that something should be done by. There's no time limit. There's no limit on the resources that are available to you. Just because that particular resource that you think you need, you feels like a closed door, it's just the beginning of a new opportunity if we approach it that way. You know, we are all worthy of following and accepting and receiving and believing in our dreams. We have everything that is required to accomplish everything that we want to accomplish. We have it already. We have it already. You have every tool right there. We just have to change the way we're looking at what we have. It's about investing into ourselves, into our goals, into our dreams, investing into our imagination, right? And investing into what you used to think was unbelievable, now it's believable and it's possible. Mm, the 10-point plan is more than the law of attraction, Mr. Wynn. It's even deeper than that. They really try to limit you to that, you know what I mean, to that you're somehow in control, of what you attract, and but in reality, we're in control of so much more than just what we attract. We're in control of how we actually think. and how others think. We're putting out an energy, and we're putting out thoughts, and we're making decisions, and we're saying things without even saying things. We're talking with our eyes, and we're walking around with masks, and but these things many people thought never would be possible, that you could actually communicate completely without even making a sound. Like, we're communicating just via text. We're developing like friendships, and through just texting and typing to one another. It's so big what you are capable of doing, that I wouldn't allow any commercial concept to try to encompass how powerful you are. That's just my point. That is the win way. It's your way. And all I'm referring to is that this, out of everything that we think, everything that we are, everything that we want to do, that we are so uniquely made, that there's no way that me and anyone else can have the exact same life, because we're that uniquely made. We can do the exact same thing, but we're not going to get to the exact same place, because we're putting out different energies from each other. Amazingly, see, people can get the same exact education, they can get the same exact job. One person will become the boss, and one person will get fired. We're that different. Nothing that goes on the outside of us, or anything that we buy or acquire, you know what I mean, will change us as much as the mentality of the person that became the boss, and the mentality that robbed the person who lost the opportunity. Now, if they adapt that mentality, the fact of being fired or losing that job could end up being the best thing that ever happened to them. And I believe that one of the investments in ourselves that we'll look at is that being comfortable with failure, taking more risks, taking more opportunities. How you doing, Mr. Jones? I know I heard that the link didn't work. If you want to come into the studio, here is look, here is the link. I don't know how far it went up there, but there is the link. Please feel free to come into the studio. And the here here we go. I want to look at my number one, investing in yourself. My first suggestion is to value every moment of this life. What do you do with your time? What do you do with your time? Do you set aside time for planning? A key part of Afroeconomics is financial planning. Do you set aside time for planning? Do you set aside time for goals in that plan? Do you set aside time to create a routine, a structure, a schedule for yourself? Do you set aside time for your health? Do you have your, priorities set up so that you're actually taking time for your priorities, or do your priorities actually only get your leftover time? Like, I was asking someone the other day, and we are talking about, when you get to your family at the end of the day, often your family gets the worst of you. But your family is such an important part of you. We really need to think about, shouldn't your family get the best of you? How you doing, Mr. Jones?
How's everybody doing?
Do you feel me that about like time, how we spend our time? You know,
Absolutely.
because that's the first thing I was thinking. Like the last couple of days, I haven't spent any time on personal social media.
Hmm.
I don't think you're a social media person, though, are you?
Not at all. No.
Yeah, but you can get in there, like, because I get up and I like to go exercise, and I found out that I was starting going into social media so early that it was cutting in my time. I could already be at the gym. I could
Right.
already be in the gym, but I'm in there 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Contemplating, clicking like, love, this and that. You know what I mean? And all of this, but my priority is my health.
Absolutely.
So I have slipped. You know what I mean? You slipped. How many times is that happening to people? Have you ever been like, I know you like to ride your bike. Have you
Right.
ever been like on your bike, about to get on your bike, somebody walk up to you, 30 minutes go by, and you never got on your bike. You never, and you're like, Lord, now I got another meeting in 30 minutes. And you just, you know what I'm saying? And then now your time is gone.
It's happened. It has happened. Yes.
And
Yes.
you're like, why did I stop? Why did I stop? Like, right? So that's how I like when now when I go to the gym, I schedule an appointment with a
Mhm.
trainer to make sure that I don't, because I love to talk to people. I love to talk to people. So there's no way that I would get a serious workout in unless the trainer, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to talk to me and I can't talk to them when I'm
Right.
out of breath with my trainer.
There you
But
go.
I have to set a priority. That is the best investment you can make in yourself, Juan, is making your time a priority. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Have you seen that? How much people? Well, I know that you said one week that you don't even watch television. You
I
know,
don't.
television can suck up a lot of time.
It's
Absolutely.
just programming. I mean, if I watch television, it's something I choose to.
Yeah. Oh, it's like something specifically that you wanted to see. Exactly.
But
Mhm.
I can
Crystal, I
tell
need you
you,
to turn on your camera.
in 30 days, if the only television I watch is when that I'm at the house, but I don't watch them.
Right? Right? I mean, it's
No.
gonna be, I mean, and you know, as we get closer to the holidays, it's gonna be so much easier for you to lose track of your time. Indeed, Miss Hill said, easy to do. Yes, I keep telling myself to stay focused. Exactly. Like my second point is use your energy. Use your energy wisely. Can y'all feel me on this? That I was telling my daughter, I said, this is what she called me when I was preparing. And I said, babe, I have one tip for you. And she was like, what? And I was like, your energy. Do you know it takes just as much energy to tread water, stay in one place, as it takes to advance and move forward? You can just swim. You know, it takes probably more. It takes more. It takes more effort to just stay and just try to stay and maintain in the water than if you were just stroking, you know what I mean, going.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, and how many times have people put too much energy into unnecessary activities and find themselves exactly in the same spot?
A lot of people think they're moving, but they're only toiling.
Right. That's
It's
right.
army. They have mark time march, but they marched in place. They're not going nowhere.
That
Mhm.
right, right, right. And the and but it's so true, and that's the same thing. They just like sitting there, just spinning, just spinning. So a third point is like that it's not a coincidence that successful people have made a commitment to learning a lot of things all the time, all the time. They'll say you have to invest in not just, oh, I went to college, but in actually learning about life, understanding, doing online with JB. Understand, like some people will not do this, you know what I mean? Because I don't understand it. So do you not want to learn how to do this? You know what I mean? When we live in a high, it's not like it's gonna stop. Technology is going to be a major part of the rest of your life. West, East, you know that, right? Mr. Jenkins, we know that. Like this is it. It's not going to stop. So that we have to invest in the fact of learning about everything that's out there, that's possible for us to learn about. Who we got? Crystal in here. She want to be a new member. How you doing, Crystal? I think your mic's not on.
Hey, Crystal.
How you doing, Crystal? What's your name? I mean, your name is Crystal. It says Crystal, but
Hi
Crystal what?
everyone.
Huh?
My name is Crystal Bullock. Nice to meet everyone.
Your name is seriously Crystal Bullock?
Yes.
We have a member named Crystal Bullock.
Wow.
That is
Look at that.
crazy. That's who I thought you were. Like, yeah, you came in the member studio. But that
Ooh.
is amazing. If I tell Crystal that Crystal Bullock came into she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, somebody's trying to steal my identity." So,
No,
but
not at all.
we definitely have a free membership of Afro Economics called No Excuses. So you gave me a chance to do a commercial. But if you want to hang out tonight with the other members that came into the studio, you'll feel free to stay because
Thank you. I appreciate it.
they think you're cute. So you're welcome to stay.
Oh, I appreciate it.
If you weren't cute, we put you out. We put you out.
Oh, that's my cute church finger. Church finger.
Exactly. All the ugly girls be quiet.
Phone is real. I really
Uh,
all on my little phone right now.
that's what you say you do with your phone.
I said that phone is so small, I really can't see the people, but I can
Oh,
see.
you can't. Oh, exactly. Don't tell you want to see Crystal. He ain't care about you. Maybe he said Crystal's cute. Can't help you. Mr. Jones is on his computer. So look at another point. Another point I want to make is that the small amounts that you save every day are powerful. The small financial decisions that you make are powerful. Like we just act like it doesn't matter what's $5. What's five? I see it all the time. They go, "Oh, what's 500? Oh, it's just a little bit. It's just a matter." Every dollar that you don't waste really matters, and it's about that is a huge. And when you go, well, like, how is that about investing in yourself? It's about investing in the fact that you will not be broke if you don't waste any money.
JB, I
Yes.
think that people are just indifferent to money. They don't put no respect on the money. They
Yeah.
spend it. Very indifferent. When you really have a healthy respect for money, you won't wait.
Exactly. I mean, it's so true. Like you just disrespectful. Like, if you don't, I used to tell my daughter, if you don't pick up your clothes, then I won't be blessed so that I can buy you more. I mean, and I truly believe that you have to position yourself for blessing because why would God like wait? So you have to take care of what you have so that he knows that you are worthy of more. He knows that you're what he said, be a good guardian over few things, and he'll give you many. We have to get into that the little bits matter. Like how many people go up to little slot machines and they go, I'm just gonna waste just a little bit of money. And that's crazy. Do you know the wrath of what's going to happen to you because you're throwing away money like that? So don't ever complain when you're broke, when you've wasted so much money. We cannot afford to get into this celebration of getting Black people into these casinos environment, as well as the Securities Exchange Commission is investigating now on how they're creating a gamification is the word that they use of investing. People are investing like it's a game. Every penny counts. You go, well, I can use this app and I can buy just a little bit of it. And you know what I'm saying? And then the next day, well, they told you sell the next day. I sell it the next day. And then over the year, you didn't make anything. You didn't make anything. And, as an investment advisor, I'm telling you, that is a waste of your money. There is too much money to be made easily for us to be wasting money. If we can get back all the money that we have thrown away in lotto and just wait on unnecessary clothes, cars, things that we think are impressing people, liquor, we don't have to waste our money anymore. Can't even say it enough. There is no excuse for us to be broke. Go to no excuse. I refuse to be broke. I love that.
240. Ramon. 240.
I love it here. I see you, Bishop Bowen.
Want me to hang it up?
Please.
Oh my God. And your queen said, hang it up. Nah, girl. What you doing?
Wait. She can't hear you, baby. She can't hear you.
She can't hear me. Oh, no. We'll let her
Go
fly.
ahead. Say it
Or
again.
she come over to the front. She will come over. She said, hang it up.
Hi.
There she go. There.
Hi.
You said, hang it up. What you think? It's my show, girl.
Hi, baby. How are you? How y'all doing
You got
tonight?
Bushel Bill Week all up in there. I know. It's a good day. It's a good
Every
day.
day. Every day.
Hey man, you're so beautiful. You are so sweet. And then
Thank you.
and thank you, baby. What did Snoopy D said? And it's not a bad idea to have a rainy day. Exactly. If
I
you
know that's right.
you're not gonna have a rainy day book fun because you giving away all your money. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like you're taking your rainy day fund and you're putting it into the scratch off, or you're putting it into the casino. You know, just because they gave you a free ride, just because the church is sponsoring it, that don't make it godly. You know what I'm saying? That don't make it the will for your money. Only time I think that somebody should go into one of these casinos that fake like they're black owned, well, when you actually have absolutely no, I haven't found a black owned casino yet. And even if it was, I still wouldn't encourage you to go to it. We still don't need to waste any money. I still would say it. Even if the state lotto was black owned, I wouldn't. Like there are certain things we just, if you are conscious of your money, don't need to be doing. It doesn't matter how many commercials. I don't care how many politicians. I don't care. You know what? Don't waste your money. A second, a third, fourth. I'm in the fourth point. That was the fourth point. Small amounts, save small amounts every day so that you have that emergency fund. Don't feel like you can't. Like everybody wants to be a millionaire. Well, why can't we shoot for 100,000 there first? Let's shoot for 100,000 first. Then let's get to a million. Because sometimes when you put that you got to be a millionaire, oh, this I'm a millionaire and a millionaire, it gives you an excuse to go back and waste your money again. Oh, well,
Right.
but do you know how many millionaires we'd have if we had less people driving in Benzes? With the money, all of that, those payments, all of those $800 payments, $900 payments that you driving up, then wasting money where you going also, you know what I'm saying? We would not have a problem with the wealth gap.
Mm.
Yes, but is there a black owned? I don't know. But you got to look carefully because many of the casinos now are trying to take it away from the Native Americans by getting black people involved. So then they put in the black people involved, but they're not, if they don't own it, they're just marketing it. They don't own it. They might have a small percentage, like in Maryland, the Radio One has a small percentage, like less than 10% ownership in that casino. And that I guess was part of their payment for helping market it. But
Mm.
I don't know of one yet. We need and then that's something for us to, how you doing, Miss Charles? Yes, indeed. That's something for us to seriously wake up about. Just because it's got a black front doesn't mean it's black business. Doesn't. I see it all the time in financial services. All you have to do is click through, click through, click through. Just keep on clicking until you get to the bottom, and it's an app that is not black owned. Be
Mm-hmm.
very careful if that's your incentive. If you're looking, if it's about black, if it's about that you're trying to support a black business, make sure you're supporting a black business. I can tell you, this firm is 100% black owned. The So then, serve. A fifth point is to invest in yourself by making sure that you always have money. And the key to always having money is to serve people.
Mm.
Serve people. Help a lot of people. Make yourself valuable to people. If your business, help a lot of people. If you're at work at a business, help a lot of people. If you whatever it is you do, help people. Help. I mean, if we make a commitment to helping a lot of people, I'm telling you, you will never have to worry about eating. I have spent my entire career self-employed. I own my firm. The only reason I'm still here and able to eat is because of service. And don't let anybody tell you a lie. Even if you start an app and if your app doesn't work, what West East said, not Popeyes. Popeyes be I'm talking about black people. What black people gotta do. We gotta have service. Well, Popeye, he said Popeyes. They owe us money. You know, say Popeyes. Well, I wonder what he means by that, not Popeyes. I don't know because I've never shopped at Popeyes, but you would think, oh, well, they are serving a lot of people. They getting a lot of them, they getting them sandwiches out. They're getting that food out. I mean, when remember how much havoc they got when they didn't have the chicken ready? I mean, what a business case study. They came out with a new product, but they didn't have, the chicken because it oversold. It sold more. They were serving more people than they ever anticipated. Has that ever happened in your life where you're so blessed you can't even handle it? How you doing, Vicky Vaughn? My girl. Has that ever happened to somebody where you're just like so blessed that you are just like, I can't even handle this, so you just shut down. You can't even handle, like, you're like, oh my goodness, too many people calling. I can't do this.
Mm.
Crystal, you ready? Crystal, you better get ready. Cause I mean, like, things are about to happen for your life. You get connected with Afroeconomics, your life will never be the same. Tell her, Mr. Jones.
Absolutely.
Never be the same. Never be the same. And you know why? Because I'm going to serve you. I'm going to serve you. You're going to tell me what your goals are, and I'm going to help you get them. I'm not going to send you a video link to watch. I'm going to help you. That's the key. We need to stop being sold things and we need to be serviced. Like this, let me see. I mean, literally, half of the time when people come into your life and they say you're a financial advisor, what's the next thing they do? Try to sell you something. What is the first thing we do in Afroeconomics? We get to know each other. I
That's true.
gather information. I get to know what's important to you. You know what I mean? As a registered investment advisory firm, I mean, this is a firm that is designed to serve you, that is legally required to look out for your best interest.
And JB takes the time to explain everything step by step.
Amen. Ain't
Step
no
by
rush.
step.
Ain't no rush. If
Yes.
anything, people rush. People rush. And you always should be careful with people that rush. Oh, thank you, Westies. Westies talking to you. I guess you can see Crystal now because he was mad because he couldn't. He said, I can't see her. Look at Crystal. That's right. I got Crystal. Crystal over here. Oh, Mr. Wynn said Popeyes is a heart attack in a box.
Mm,
So Black
mm.
Folk Matters. Yes, Miss Bussy, indeed. We got our t-shirts ready. And let's hit another point. So um serving a lot of people was the fifth point. The sixth point is to invest in your own business. We're talking about 10 things, ways to invest in yourself. Is invest in your own business. Like, what is your business dream? And I'm saying, even if you work for someone else, I want you to get the confidence. I want you to consider joining Afroeconomics Business Network. And I want you to focus on creating another source of income. And if you have your own business but you're not quite sure what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? That's what the business network is about. Thank you. What's East, my bestie? And so consider investing in your own business. It's a key thing. I mean, I feel that everybody needs to have that seventh principle of Afroeconomics to look at yourself as an enterprise. And when you were still in let's just say corporate America, Mr. Johnson, did
Yes.
you think about did you start on your business then?
Yeah. I started mine then. I actually started two businesses when I was in corporate, but because again, uh, when you was a police officer, you're kind of restricted at what you can say and do. But I
Yes.
didn't have my own business. I felt the need. You know what? I have to do. I have to do something different. I just had to.
Wow. Wow. What about you, Mr. Jones? Did you always want to do your own business? What it was like? How I want
Honest,
to do this? Uh-huh.
honestly, you said earlier, sometimes getting hurt on the job can be the best thing for you. I got hurt on the job, and it turned out to be the best thing for me because
Wow.
it allowed me to free up my thinking. And as far as starting a business, that's all you. You inspired me to do that. That's
That's
all
right.
you.
That's so good. That's so positive. But we need to put ourselves in the environment. I don't know, Crystal, do you still want to be on camera? Because I love you being here. So I don't, you
Oh, I
get
don't mind. I had to
okay.
refresh my page.
Okay, I thought that's what happened because when you came back, I said she must not be. I thought you were like Crystal's gone. They were about to get all sad. Exactly. I was like she's like I had to refresh. That's right. Hang on in there. That's a key to business is refresh and keep going. And then a seventh point is being open, like Mr. Jones just said, being open to finding a mentor. Someone that you identify with,
Right.
someone, even if you're not an entrepreneur, but you're in corporate environment. But I think that I know that the main reason I set up Afroeconomics is because as a young professional, when I started my business, like near Crystal's age or even younger, I didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody to talk to. I didn't have anybody that had their own business that wanted to mentor me. I would reach out to people, they would say no. So when
Mm.
people reach out to me now and they go, I need a mentor, I go, that's what Afroeconomics is. Come on in. Come on in. We spend every Friday. This Friday, I have a live speaking engagement, but I spend every Friday with my entrepreneurs. You know, as Murphy said, 35 years at VCU. Now I'm finally thinking outside the box. That's right.
Mhm.
And
Come on.
into my real estate business. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Well, join Afroeconomics. It'll get a lot easier. Definitely. I had to go to work sick one day. And I said, I got to work for myself. Amen.
Mhm.
It's the truth. I think
Mhm.
you realize that, but at least when we're not feeling well, because you still won't feel well, but when it's your own thing, you it's a little bit easier to do something. I can't imagine having spent all of these professional years of my life being told like what to do. I admire anyone who will stay in corporate America for a long period of time. Like, and I mean, mind you, there is a whole bunch of challenges of being self-employed. Everything is my responsibility. Like this one man told me, he was like, I don't want to have the whole thing. I don't want to be all responsible. You do
Mm.
have to be completely responsible for everything. So, and everybody's not really, ready to do that.
But you know
Well,
what, Jay? There,
uh-huh.
I don't know if people want that responsibility.
Yeah. And then so before they actually started, then get a mentor that's in business so that
Mm.
you can see. And then you'll be like, whoa, because some people they go, oh, JB, you work all the time. You just like said, it's not even, I don't even feel like I work all the time. I really get disappointed when I can't do or something pulls me away from work. I mean, really, it's like that. Like it is my lifestyle. And it has to be something that you love that much. But
Yes.
finding a mentor can help you through that because you'll be like, look, I don't think I'm ready. You know what I mean? Because, and that doesn't mean anything because all dreams need to have somebody to help make the dream. You know what I'm saying? It's very, but having a entrepreneur mindset is also very good for employers. We want people on our team that think like an entrepreneur, because
Mm,
then when they spend your money, they spend it like it's theirs. And they
mm-hmm.
go, well, this is less expensive than this. And this is, they think like a boss. They don't think just like some people, well, it don't matter. There's a whole bunch of more coffee over there. You know what I mean? And they just throwing or taking the coffee home or something. Now, I had one member and he had a maintenance business, and they had his family member on camera stealing food out of the company refrigerator. And he
Mm,
was so embarrassed. Like, he lost the contract because, you know, because a family member did
mm,
that to him, you know? But everybody doesn't think like a boss, unfortunately. Because if he was thinking like a boss, he wouldn't have gone up in there stealing that stuff. Because he was like, somebody had to buy this, and it ain't mine, and I'm not gonna take it. And something little like that. He probably stole $10 worth of stuff, and they lost a $50,000 contract. Like, think about it. Think about it.
mm.
Mm. And well, look, think about going to Thanksgiving dinner and looking at that person. So eighth point is to try something that frightens you. And I think that every day, if we can, we should do something that challenges us. You know, be willing to fail. I think
Mm.
that we've been socialized as a people that if it doesn't work, then you know you did something wrong. You know, no, if it didn't work, then you have to try it a different way. Look at all that you learned from that. I mean, think about it. Like, there's so many opportunities out there for us, but because we're afraid or socialized like we're not supposed to fail, you know, that we become frightened and we don't get to live our life to its fullest. You know, I don't know. Crystal, have you ever done something that you're just afraid of? Like tonight, like coming in on this. Was that frightening for you? Like, I don't know, this lady might be mean to me, right? Like, were you
Well,
frightened?
it was well, I follow you on YouTube, so I
Right.
was a little excited, but I
Oh,
definitely had to get myself together before I came on camera. Yes.
right. But you would think that's so good. She was excited. And she follows me. Oh my God. I'm
Yeah.
excited. That's the first time I heard somebody say they follow me.
Uh,
Claiming it. But that is so good. So then Mr. Jones, like, have you ever done anything that frightens you?
when I was in taking computer class, and we had to do that PowerPoint that I shared with you, the public speaking part, and the funny thing about it was I didn't write anything down, so I just spoke
Oh
as
yeah.
I did the video, as I played the
Are you
PowerPoint.
serious? It
I
was
just spoke. I just
Yeah,
spoke.
that's so good. That's
Yeah.
so good. But think about it, like how long you've lived and never got like that. I mean, I would have been frightened to do what you did for a living, like driving this huge, you know, vehicle like that. That didn't frighten you. That
You
didn't
know what's
frighten
funny about that? The articulated buses. That's the one with the rubber thing in the middle.
you. Yeah,
Those handle much easier than a regular 40-foot bus. You wouldn't believe it though.
right? Right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes things look more difficult
Right.
and they're actually easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's the one.
Yes.
That's the thing in life, really, that
Yes.
really can get you. Like,
That's
you know,
right.
I don't know how it happened to Mr. Johnson. I'm gonna try to get him back in. Oh, I
Can you
think
hear me?
I got you now. Oh, we can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, great. Oh, great.
Yeah,
I got
we heard. Yeah, we
you.
got you.
Yeah. Have you ever done anything you're frightened of?
Yeah, when I became the police.
Really? Are you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have felt that. I would have never thought that. You know that you because you got the gun.
Right. And the badge.
So why when they release you out into the public and you don't know what you're doing, you green. When you come out the academy, you green. You book smart, but you got a gun and badge. You don't know what the hell you're doing.
That's crazy.
And
That's it. Well, it's probably wiser to be like that, to have that attitude than
Yeah,
somebody coming out slinging. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because
and they
right,
have to calm them down.
it's one thing to be taught in the academy when they went out the street.
Mhm.
It's another thing to be on the street and you're in that situation where do I pull the gun? I don't pull the gun.
Yeah,
Do I go upside this person's head or not? Because I mean, you now everything you've taught now it's about application now. What you gonna
Mhm.
do? Because you're like
wow.
a I
And
was
you
like
gotta
a
get it in a second. Like you remember that time when that lady said she was thought she was pulling out her stun gun and she shot that, you know what I mean, that young black man, and she
yeah.
shot him. I was like, whoa, what oh my goodness. That's
You
Imagine, with the George Floyd case. I think that was the other two or the three. They were rookies. They was fresh out the academy.
oh poor thing. That's
Yeah,
terrible. That's terrible.
and
Yeah,
that
but we never think about them being afraid. Like that those kids were like standing over there like, what the hell's going on? Should we grab him or drag him off? Like, you know what I mean? They didn't know. That's
Mhm.
terrible. That's
why
terrible. Mm.
like anybody's first day at the job and they really got the green light to do the work.
Mhm.
You in that position. You kind of timid. You don't know what you're doing. You're hoping that you doing the right thing, but
Yeah.
you're kind of afraid. So yeah, that was my. I was kind of fearful when I first left the academy and went to the streets. Is it was like it's official. Now you know you're the police now, right? But what I do next?
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, Mr. Johnson, where did you work at?
MPD, DC Police Officer, 27
Oh,
years.
okay, okay.
I am. I don't, I think that it is, I think it does help to some degree to be that way with all that we do. Like every week before I click to play, like every week, I prepare a lot and it's I get nervous. I don't
Yeah,
know if the technology is going to go right. I don't know. Like there's so many things outside of my, what I mean, control that I just like have to be so thankful when it just goes smoothly, like tonight so
Mhm.
far. You know what I'm saying? Like because you don't know at what point, but also, in business, like you just don't know, like if thing is going to go through, things are going to go through the way that they want. You don't know if a pandemic's going to hit. You don't
mm,
know, like, these last couple of years have been really hard. And I'm trying to really, do all the things that I'm talking about here. Setting up and having my priorities because entrepreneurs, it's so easy for an entrepreneur to kind of lose themselves. And the
yeah.
next thing you know, they're an unhealthy individual and they die. And you go, oh my goodness, I can't believe, you know what I'm saying? So I have to really put forth an effort to be relaxed. And that's so hard. And, because I have so many people's future at my responsibility.
Hmm.
And people like I believe doctors get away with more than financial advisors. People are more careful about their money than what we said they are about their health. Like it's a doctor, but people don't play. And so I want to make sure everybody's happy, everybody sleeps well, everybody, gets the service, everything, and I have this thing about I get really upset if I don't come through or don't follow through. So all of these things like are true to me but when I say like, oh, I don't think I could do my job if I wasn't comfortable being afraid. I face my fear. I
Mm.
mean, the other day, one the other day before the market had a sharp dip, I put a multiple millions of dollars into the market, you know what I mean, for our client. And the next day, the market went down dramatically. Had no idea. There's no way I could control that. So you just go through, you just, you know what I mean? I had to woman up, you know what I'm saying? And hey, now we're back on top, but I couldn't like run away. I could not run. You can't run. You know what I mean? It's not that type of party. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But we don't think about it. But there's no way really if you want to be the best at what you do that
Mhm.
you're not going to have some point where you have to deal with fear. correct? I mean,
Correct.
everybody, any actor. Whatever you do, I don't care what you do. I mean, I can even be a hairdresser, and I'm sure when they finish and they turn the customer around, you're worried like, is she gonna like the hair or not? Like, it's like, and then they turn around, like that's a scary moment. Like, and they might have a whole day and nobody likes their hair that day. You're talking about like emotion, not just skill, really, right? Sometimes people are just emotional. I would
Correct.
rather do my job. I would rather do my job than any other job. Like there's nothing else that I would rather do. And I think that you all are saying the same thing. Like, but that doesn't make it any less scary.
Mhm.
And I believe that it helps us grow to do that.
Even when I teach firearms, um, you want to make sure that you. It's one thing to teach it. It's another thing to have them to do what you tell them to do.
Mm.
I remember when I gave my first presentation before my instructors for firearms. That was a very intimidating moment because you got to be able to articulate all the parts and how they function. You know what you're doing, but it's still you're ears.
And I don't know anybody. I mean, you had to be one of the few black people in there. I have never seen a black firearm instructor.
It's not many in the bigger as far as the nation. Oh, it's just a drop in the bucket. It's not
Wow.
a.
That's amazing. Yeah, because I know where I go in Virginia, they don't have. I think maybe one guy like works as cashier or something like that. Like one black guy, but not in the training area. And we do need more. Yeah,
You high concentration of black firearm instructors, like in PG County, because it's
that's good.
black. Uh, but
That's good.
you start eating out of PG County, you start seeing won't be seen like firearm instructors. No,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they're nationwide, but in the scale of how many of us, oh,
Yeah.
it's a small number.
And a lot of it is fear. A lot of our community is afraid. Like I had a family member and there was a gun in the house that had been left at her house. She called people from out of town
Mm.
to come. I was like, well, I have fire. You know what I'm saying? I have a firearm. Like I could have come like to get the gun. Like she literally felt like it was gonna like go off or something. Like we blow up like that. I feel that there's not that she's not alone. I think there's a lot of people in our community that just do not understand how to operate firearms or what that. And then now with this stuff in Hollywood, they're really gonna think that things just go off.
Mm.
But yeah, your work is definitely needed, and that's how limiting fear is.
Hmm.
That we have to, So I say, try something that frightens you every day.
Yeah,
Try it. Try push yourself. No, if it's anything. And then a ninth point is to trust your instincts. According to the Harvard Business Review, they said that we are usually capable of making smart decisions when we rely on our gut instinct. Think about that. It didn't take Harvard Business Review to say that. But I mean, think about it. How many times you go, dang, I knew I knew it. Do you ever do that, Crystal? Are you like, I knew I shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? What they're saying is that if you trusted your gut, you know what I'm saying, you will get farther in life. When you feel like this is what's best for me, like when I was gonna start my business, everybody kept telling me, don't do it. You're too young. You're too young. You're too young. Don't do it. I trusted my gut. And it took huge sacrifice, but I trusted my gut and I did it. Now, there some of the biggest steps that you'll have to take in life, you're gonna have to trust your gut. You're gonna have to thank you, Ms. Howard. Queen Howard is so sweet. And I'm gonna put that. Look, I think I can feature her. Look, let me see. I'm gonna feature her because that was so sweet.
I
I'm gonna
think that
put it on. Uh-huh. What were you gonna say?
I think that young lady was raising her hand.
Crystal, you said something?
Oh, Yes. So,
Okay.
well, I was going to ask you, sir. Well, one, I wanted to say thank you for your service, and two, I also wanted to. Well, I know I can go online to find out more about becoming a firearms instructor. I'm in the DMV area, and I've done research. I've seen someone online. She's a female. She does firearm instructing, and I think also I think defense self defense lessons maybe. But I
Mhm.
think she's in somewhere in the south. I believe. I'm new to her, so I'm still figuring things out. But I definitely would like to. That's always been something in my mind. At least, at the very least, be uh, a CPR first aid instructor. Like starting out, that's like a really
Yeah.
good thing, And then, but that's definitely something. I mean, when you mentioned it, and then when I put myself in the same
Mhm.
position, of course, I know it's a long way ahead of me. I definitely am now. I'm gonna make more intentional decisions to move in that path and stay
And
in
it
that path.
doesn't have to be that far ahead of you. Believe me.
Facts.
I mean, especially if you mentor with someone like Mr. Johnson, it's a lot easier if you know what I mean, if you like work with him and he's able to train you and you do some classes and you know what I'm saying, he teach you how to do it, that and grow together. It's so you know what I mean, it's so much better. It's just we just, I mean, make sure Mr. Johnson say the name of your company.
Loanwolf.com. Go to loanwolffarmstraining.com.
Okay.
And does it have arms, have an S in it? Firearms,
No, no S. Loanwolf Farm. Yeah,
firearmtraining.com.
Farm.
Because because you can't just put in Lone Wolf Firearms. Like there's a whole bunch of them. But he
Yeah.
has Lone Wolf
Farm.
firearmtraining.com. Yeah. And then reach out. Because that's interesting. Of all the things in the world, Crystal, I never would have thought you would have said that. So
Oh my.
don't
We tell
judge
me. She
a
tell me.
book by its cover, right? Exactly.
Oh, man.
She's Crystal's like, why? Why? I got many guns in my house. Those those people are Chrissy. She like, she ain't say no either. And see, so trust your instincts, right? And then a 10th point is to avoid getting stagnant. Continue to grow. Like I'm trying to do Mr. Johnson right now. Like, you know what I mean? He gonna have a whole bunch of people working under him and doing firearm classes all over the world.
Amen.
Amen. Claim it. Seriously. I remember when I first started my business, Crystal, I asked a man who was art was older than me in the business. And I said, let's partner and let's name the business after you and I'll do the work. He was famous. He was a retired NFL player. I said, I'll name the business after you. I'll do the work. And he said no. And sometimes I wonder, like, if he said, I don't want the whole problem. I just want to. And then after that, like the company he was working with, it fell apart and he ended up losing his job. But I'm really, to this day, I really feel that me and him could have done some amazing things together. Like, because he had a name. I didn't have a name. So I'll tell you, it's taken me 26 years to get to where he was already. Now I have a name. Look, you my first follower of all the world. I've been in business 26 years. I could have boom, boom, boom. But I really, when I look back on it, I thank God for the humility
Mm.
to realize that I needed to, you know what I'm saying? And to be so forward thinking that we can work together. Because that doesn't happen for me. That doesn't happen for me. And that's what we need as a community, more of us working together, building together. Indeed. So the don't be stagnant. Continue to grow. Like that brother, he should have saw the potential that now he would be way retired, and I'd still be working, sending him money because the firm would be named after him. Like what I'm saying. But he still would be getting paid. Like we have to have a long term vision of of the value of you. Mm. Don't be stagnant. Don't be limited. 11th point is to build healthy relationships. Don't, I mean, when I used to feel that like, things falling apart don't really matter, but they really do. You know what I mean? You really need to have healthy relationships, and you have to focus on the relationships and have, set priorities. Like if you want to make sure that you have a relationship with your children, like my daughter was a major priority for me. And when my husband at that time left us, you know what I mean, or left me, I had a 4-week old child and a business to run.
Wow.
But I kept, by the grace of God, I had to focus on being a good parent to her. But at first, it was like, I'm going to pay every nanny. I tried to keep working the same way. I was spending 50, 60,000 in childcare. And then after that, I said, I'm not going to know my child. Now, before I went on the air, she reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? And we were talking, and I said, that is priceless. And this is what I sent to her after we finished talking. I sent this text to her, and I want us to have this recorded. I said, sweetie, because she said that somebody said to her, they told her there's certain type of people, and if you come from a family where your mom and dad aren't together, then they told her these are the type of limitations that you have. And she saw it in the book. Like, you know what I mean? It was like this. So I didn't exactly know how to respond to it. Then I had to think about it. And this is the response that came to me. There is only one of you, I said to her. God made you uniquely. And God would never define your life based on things you cannot control. Know that God loves you so much and you are perfectly made. You are a miracle of God. Meditate and pray on all that is good. Focus on the life God will create for you. Don't focus on what went wrong with the family. Don't focus on everything that's outside and I ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? That's what my message was to her and to everybody out there listening. Don't focus on any of that. It's somebody else's racism, somebody else's discrimination. We cannot spend not one. I remember my boss when I was at an investment firm and this girl wouldn't answer my phone. And the boss said, do you think it's because you're black? And I said, sir, now you told me I was a little girl and I was smart enough to tell this older white man this. I said, sir, my job is to sell investments. Her job is to answer my phone. I'm doing my job. You see after her. You know what I'm saying? And went on back, got back to my desk. He asked me to apologize to her.
Wow.
Apologize to her for telling her that she gave me the wrong phone number for my client. I was nice. I was very polite, Massa. I didn't say anything wrong. He said, she's intimidated because you have a master's degree. And I think you should apologize. So he rode me until I apologized. And when I went to apologize, that was my aha moment. I'm starting my own business.
Mm-hmm.
It's over for this. Because that would have been 30 years of my life apologizing for somebody else not doing their business, not doing their job, because I'm going to do mine. I'm going to do mine. But no matter how polite, no matter how forgiving, you know what I mean? She wasn't receiving it. But thankfully, I stayed focused on my purpose. My purpose is to help somebody build wealth. She didn't know what her purpose was. I know what my purpose was. He didn't know what his purpose was. Mine was his purpose was to get her into the good foot and stop whatever he felt what she was how in the world can I adjust to what we think is her problem?
Right.
And I wonder how many people have to go through that sadness. Mm. And then so how develop healthy relationships, keep yourself in a healthy environment, protect yourself. And finally, my final point is to take responsibility and take action. Take action. Take responsibility. I take full responsibility for my clients. I take full responsibility for their best interests. We need to take action. How do you take action in order to do that? Be accountable. Be there every day, on time. When I taught at a business school one time, and I started telling them that being present matters, and these were seniors. It was a senior finance class at a HBCU, and the students weren't showing up, and they missed 2 weeks the first week, and it's a finance class, and you want to go work for someone else, and I said, no, we can't do this. They got ticked at me because I said, in business you show up. And to this day, I have students from that class that follow me on Facebook. You know what I mean? That I've done very well. But they are the students that did what? Showed up. Showed up. How you gonna be in business and you trading stocks and you want to know what you want to do? What you want to do? I'm not gonna allow you to be less than what you are supposed to be. Oh my goodness. Miss Murphy said, knowing your purpose is everything. Mm, mm, mm. So those are some ways I just feel that we can invest in ourselves, and I hope that what did y'all think about that? Like, I mean, I know you didn't expect that. I know you didn't expect those. What did you think about these things we talked about tonight before y'all go?
Excellent.
You enjoyed it? You enjoyed it? Good.
Absolutely.
We got to do this. We got to do this.
Yeah.
I expect tomorrow. Everybody gonna start talking about 2022. I expect our tomorrow to be better. I expect our tomorrow to be better. Period. I'm already excited. Get excited about something you got to do. So when you rest tonight, that you know what I mean, that you know why you're resting. Because some people haven't even done enough to be resting. So you need to stay up. Stay up and do something productive until you get tired. That's how a lot of people go, well, I can't sleep. You can't sleep because you ain't doing enough. I've been up since 4:20 this morning. You know what I'm saying? I've been at it nonstop. Try that, and you see how I sleep like a baby. So we can do this. Thank you so much. Y'all are the best. I appreciate you all more than you know.
Good stuff, JB. Good stuff.
Thank you so much. You're so good.
Stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. You're so good.
Great day.
Thank you,
Yes,
Agnes.
indeed. I'll see you Friday.
Yes.
Crystal, sign up.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you look like my family. You need to sign up. My cousin Crystal. When God tell Miss Bullock there's another Crystal. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night, sis. Y'all are the best. Got an event coming up Friday. I'm going to put the flyer up for you. This Friday at 10 a.m. Virginia Union, Women on Wealth. Check it out. It's at afroeconomics.com. You can click through. I have the link on there as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. How you doing, Spencer? Oh, good stuff back at you. Good night. Good night, Miss Fleming. Make sure you tell your husband hello, too. Appreciate you. We know some of these things, but we definitely need reminders. Amen. Oh, thank you, Ms. Walton. So good to see you up tonight. Uh-oh. How you doing, Miss Daniels? Oh, you're excellent. Talk to you Saturday, indeed. Thank you. That's right. It's Davis Anthony. Be intentional. Have a good night. Please subscribe and share. Good night, Mr. Hollis. Good to see you. Good to see you, King Hollis. Just realized who that is. Good to see you. Indeed. Let me see. I want yours up there. Let's see. Good night. Right back at you. Have a good one.